Hi, I created this app to work with M3U files and map it to EPG where the EPG data is missing. So the app lives at app.m3uter.com. Here's the GitHub page. It has basic README. You can read through that for basically what I'm about to go over in this video. So let's just get started. So this is a very early stage of the app, and I'm just getting it released. So there may be a bunch of issues, bugs, things of that nature. So please be patient if you notice any issues, and please let me know if you encounter any problems. Um, I did create a subreddit and also a YouTube channel. Well, you're watching this video on the YouTube channel. I'll try to respond to any comments or feedback on any of these platforms. Okay. And this app does not supply any content. It's just a tool to help you edit and also map EPG data to your channels. Please make sure you understand that you know sharing copyrighted data is illegal. Okay, so why you might have noticed that you have a M3U file and you load it to your favorite player and notice that the programming data is completely missing, and here's why that might be happening. So here, let me just show you as an example. So this file is what an M3U file is. It's just a bunch of data. So the channel information comes in two lines. The first is this line here, and it has a bunch of information. Uh, Channel name, this is the group, a logo if there is one, and most importantly, it's this TVG ID. I believe this ID is what's used by your player to link this channel to the EPG. So for example, okay, so I'm just using this channel as an example, and I'm gonna remove other channels just so it's easier to read. So you see the TVG ID here for this channel is, KMBC DT1. At least that's the ID that's given to this channel from this provider. And this provider is this very useful, publicly available channels provided by this iptv.org or -org GitHub page. And yeah, it's this M3U file contains thousands of publicly available channels. Some may even be your local channels. So that's what this this file is. Okay. So KNBC has this particular TVG ID, and this is what the EPG file looks like. It's an XML file. This section has the channel data, and then underneath below is the programming data. So this actually tells you what is playing at what time. Okay, and this EPG is sourced from EPG share. I think this is like the best publicly available free EPG source right now. And I am grabbing this all sources file. This one file contains more than 20,000 channels and like 2 million plus programming programming details, like data rows. Okay, so that's what this EPG file is. That's what we're looking at. Okay, so in this massive EPG, if we search for KNBC, there it is. Okay, so in the EPG, this KNBC ID is what you see here. This K, NBC dot whatever. And then if we look further down this file, and it looks like this EPG lists it twice, and that's fine. I think it just picks the first one it finds. So here's the programming for KNBC, and here's the programming data. So this gives you a start and stop time, what the title of the program is, some details, so on and so forth. So you can see the channel ID in the EPG is different than the channel ID in your playlist. So if you were to add this M3U file to your player and then supply this EPG as a source for your M3U file, the programming for this channel will never appear because this ID doesn't match this ID. Also, sometimes your provider, channels that your provider gives you, doesn't even have the ID populated. So in this instance, no matter what EPG you use, you'll never get programming information for that particular channel. And that's the reason for building this app. And I believe there's other apps right now that does something similar, but nothing I've used seems to work or is easy to use. Just none of the existing apps have worked for me, so I just out of frustration decided to build this. Okay, so here's the website. Register with a valid email. Okay, when you log in, you'll have the option of uploading a physical file, specifying your extreme codes, or a M3U list URL. I'm just gonna do the URL just because it's easier. Type that in, and what happens when you download this is one, the app will probe the URL to see if it's extreme codes, and if it is, it'll convert it to extreme codes automatically. If not, it'll just go and grab these files. Also, while it's importing it into the app, if it notices that any channels do not have the ID populated or specified, it'll automatically generate one based on the channel name and the group, I believe. And for the EPG to work, all channels require an ID, and that's why that needs to happen. Okay. Okay, so just give it a moment. There's a background process that'll go and grab the file and also get that uploaded into the system. And you can just spam this button until, okay, it's ready now. One thing to note, so what this is saying is this particular M3 file contains 11,505 channels. Of those, 2,428 channels did not have an ID specified, so like this, where it's blank. So the app automatically assigned channel IDs for 2,428 channels. Okay. This link below is essentially the same as this M3U list with the 2,400 IDs populated. So if you were to use this, you would copy and paste this into your IPTV player, and then also use this EPG. This EPG link will contain all the mapped channels coming out of this app, and we'll see that here in a second. Okay, so we can go into the editor now, and if you have more than one list, you can select it here. Otherwise, it's the one list is selected for you. This left column contains all of the groups in your M3U file. And once you select a group, it'll display all the channels within that group. And then also you'll be able to perform searches of the channels. Right now it's just single term, but I'm working on wildcards, so you can have like wildcard searches. So let's just go back to the KNBC example. I'll just search for it here. KNBC. Okay. Oh, this is already mapped. I was working on this before, so it was previously mapped, so that's why it's showing up. But let's pretend that mapping doesn't exist. So if you select the channel, it'll present this EPG search EPG form, and you can type in a value. And this result are the channels found in the EPG. And for some reason, this EPG has KNBC in it twice. You can just select one or the other. I think the programming data is the same. So if you select the channel, what happens is the channel found in your M3U list is now mapped to this channel in the EPG. So if we come back here and we look at this EPG, you'll find KNBC added with all of the programming data for that channel. And notice that it's changed the channel ID to what's in your M3U file. So see how it's KNBC DT1, and your EPG also matches that. So if you supply this M3U file and the EPG coming out of the app, then you should get all this programming data, or all this programming data should appear in your player. So the next thing is you can also build your favorites list here. So let's see. Oh, if you select all groups, then you can search all channels. ABC, okay. So then you can hit this circle button to add it to your favorites list. I might relabel this as my favorites. Okay, so there's one. Let's do another channel. Let's look at all the channels in Los Angeles real quick. Okay, none of these are mapped. So if I search for KTLA, okay, the channel ID in our playlist is KTLA DT1, but in the EPG it's this KTLA.Los Angeles. So we've got this mapped now. Let's do the same for here. This is already added. And if you try to add a channel that's already in this list, it'll just ignore it. Okay. Yeah, so these are basically all the over-the-air channels here in Los Angeles. And once you have your favorites list built here, you can drag and drop to rearrange order. Wait, CBS. Okay, CBS. Yeah, so that'll just reorganize it, reorder it in your playlist. Okay, I think that's enough for now. So let me demonstrate how this works in your IPTV player. Okay, so this is TVMate just running inside of a Android emulator. It should be the same whatever player you're using. So if I go to add playlist, and then we'll use, let's just use the favorites only. So this link here will just have the channels that you've added to your favorites list on the far right here. So this faves only are channels in this edited list here. This M3U link on the bottom is a copy of your full M3U file, except with the missing channel IDs populated. So just to demonstrate, I'll use the favorites only for now. Okay. Okay. And let's add the EPG. This EPG file will have all the channels that you've mapped. Okay, give it a, okay. There's all of our channels populated. I did notice that, okay, and this is a bug that might need to be worked out, but because a lot of these channels are listed more than once in the EPG, so for example, if we go here and we search for KNBC and then look for this channel, see how the EPG has this channel listed twice, and because of that, when it gets into your player, it repeats. I might have to fix that, but for now, I'll just leave it alone. But you see, here's the channels that we put together in this list here, and all of the EPG data is showing up. Okay, and these are all publicly available channels. So this is just going over the air right now. So if we make modifications to this, let's say, let's just add this channel. And then if we go and update the playlist, that new channel that we just added should show up. Oh, there's no, you can't update it right away. Okay, fine. But you get the idea. So whatever edits you're making in here should be immediately available in whatever player you have these playlists and EPG files loaded. That's pretty much it for now. I'm still working on a ton more features. They are new feature, I guess, reminders for myself are in the GitHub. It's in the issues. And you'll see issues once you log into GitHub and land on this repo page. What else? Right, and yeah, and if you have any ideas, please comment or, you know, respond to the post on, you know, the Reddit post, or, you know, add an issue to the repo here, and I'll try to get to it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I appreciate and welcome feedback, so please let me know. Okay, thanks.